how's it getting back into the swing of things after having to miss time in the spring?
First, I would like to thank y'all for having me here, asking me questions. But as far as that, getting back into things, it's really smooth because the training staff and the coaches, they've always been with me, and I was always taking mental reps on the sideline and making sure I wasn't missing a step. So it was pretty smooth getting back into things.
Colin?
David, just what was the not toughest part, but some of the adjustments you had to make coming back and finally being on the practice field and going full speed instead of taking those mental reps?
Well, since spring it went like, okay, really basically just rehabbing and just taking mental reps, like I said, and then just making sure like I wasn't just missing days and not making sure every day counted. So basically the coaches, like I said, they helped me along the way, made sure I stayed engaged with the playbook and everything. And then when fall camp started, everything was full speed, and it's like I never left.
You got Ben.
David, correct me if I'm wrong, but you got to go to that event with Spencer in India over the summer, I think during the combine around then. I guess just what did you kind of learn from that experience, and what was that kind of like?
Oh yeah, that was a great experience. I thank God for that, because I was around a lot of great players and a lot of great influencers, and we learned a lot. And basically, they just taught us everything like off the field, because basically like they know how good we are on the field and stuff, and they just helped us along the way to what we need to do financially when you first get to the league and stuff like that, and make sure you have the right people around you and stay grounded and around the right people.
Getting to be around all those players, I guess, to be a guy that folks think like, hey, we think he's a NFL draft kind of guy, like, and obviously, have the season you want to have. I guess what's that like, and what's like to see?
Well, like I said, it was a great experience, just knowing like the people that they got confidence in you, and it builds your confidence being around a lot of great players, and basically just staying focused and being around them is great, to be honest.
What stands out to you about Clayton White's scheme and kind of playing in it? I had some guys in here saying how much fun it is. What about it to you just kind of sticks out?
Yeah, man, Clayton White, he's a great coach. Clayton and Torian Gray, they both. But Clayton White, really, the defense is basically he bases off us and makes it fun. So when you have a defense that's based off your players want to play in the defense because based off of what they can do. So that's when say if we have a specific defense and it working for us and how we move and stuff, so they're going to basically have that defense for us so we can be the best defense that we could be, basically.
Jeremiah.
Hey, David, RJ was in here just a second ago talking about how the secondary likes to play fast. What does that mean to you when someone says you guys play fast? Like, what is that, in your mind, how does that play out?
Okay, so basically football is a mental game. So as far as that, if you can have it down mentally, then you could play fast on the field. And coming with that is a lot of study and film. And basically they simplify the defense for us and makes it, like I said, fun. And so you can play fast. They don't try to make it too much as it is. And when we all flying around, basically knowing where we got to be at, when we got to be there, pre-snap alignments, knowing what we're going to get before it comes, you can play fast. And like I said, a lot of film work comes with that because based off what they give us, we should already know, and we can play fast before the snap.
And then going off of that, it's a very experienced secondary. So how do you feel like that's been beneficial for you playing with guys that have been in the system for a little while and kind of, I guess, know what they're doing at this point?
Yeah, so like you said, a lot of us had came back. So basically it's a smooth transition to this year because we all know what the coaches expect and the standard and what they're looking for. So basically it's every day we're getting better. There's no days where we have missing days because we got to learn something. It's every day we got to get better and just stack days.
Colin and Hale.
David, how are they kind of splitting up those first-team nickel reps between you and maybe Cam?
Okay, Coach Gray, he's doing a great job. But basically, it's like every day we're just getting reps. It's like you really can't tell the difference, to be honest. Coach Gray does a great job of making sure everybody get reps in because the depth is important. So the more people know the position, it's better for the depth, just in case anything goes down.
And how do you feel like you can help impact this defense if you're playing nickel and Cam's playing outside?
Pretty much just wherever coach had me go at, I feel like would be best for us because depending on if I'm at nickel or safety or anything, if I know where I'm at, whenever the task is, I can help out the defense, basically. I mean,
And I was going to ask you about that. Are you getting some work at safety too right now?
yes, sir. We all, like, basically Coach Gray, he have us learning all the DB spots, because if you know what your brother got beside you, then that makes it easier for you to know your assignment. So if everybody knows different positions, everything's going to be more smoother and then faster playing. Because say if I'm at nickel and I know the safety got, then I know where my help at and my leverage and things like that, then we all can help each other out.
And I remember that's kind of what you did last year, I guess maybe during spring practice or whatever, working a bunch of different spots. How much do you feel you've come along just with your total understanding of the defense and getting to see it from different areas?
Yeah, seeing it from different areas, different positions, it makes the defense more easier and more fluent, because when you know a different position from the primary position that you have, then you know, like I said before, you know your help at, and you know the defense, and then you can communicate better and making sure people in the right spots. And then if you want to finesse it or disguise or anything, you could tell them, okay, hey, we're going to do this. So basically you can communicate better, and it'd be next level as a defense if everybody know different spots.
Get that, Joe, here.
David, obviously as a DB, you're defending against a quarterback. What have you really seen from 7, and what's it like going against a guy like that caliber?
And Spencer, he's a great quarterback. I done seen throws that he made that's definitely next level. He know how to look off defenders. He know how to communicate to the offensive line based off what we're doing. He know how to get people in the right place. He's a great leader, and we're going places.
That's what Alex back there.
Who are some of the freshmen on the defense that have stood out to you so far?
As far as the defensive back room or just in general? In general, Nick, the safety, he stood out. He's always coming in, watching extra film. Anthony Rose, he does a great job flying around. Keenan Nelson, Quan Banks. I'm not sure if I mentioned any of them, but really, to be honest, all of them have came in with a great mindset, so they can learn from the upperclassmen and make sure they're doing everything right in the building and outside the building and watching extra film, so they can fly around and not missing no days.
Thank you, David.